There's a brand new podcast coming out that you might want to listen to as well. So if you like yoga here in the Valley, you might know this guy. If you like football, if you like the Las Vegas Raiders, you might know this guy. So I want to introduce you to the gentlemen who are hosting this brand new podcast called Comeback Stories, Donny Starkins and Darren Waller. Guys, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell me, first of all, how you know each other and how you met, Donny.
So Darren, right now I work with Darren. I'm his mental mind coach, but it's really the relationships evolved into more of that. I consider him actually one of my best friends today. We met, so Darren and I are both actively public about our sobriety. We're in recovery. We come from a past of addiction. I saw Darren on Hard Knocks a couple of years ago on HBO, and he's shared his story publicly about his past. And I was like, I need to meet this guy, and reached out to him on social media, on Instagram, and let him know I work with the Phoenix Suns. I work with some athletes doing this type of work.
The Honey Badger as well,
yeah,
getting ready for Sunday.
Yep. And he was down. He said, let's do this. Let's work together.
So Donny reaches out on the gram, and you reach back. What was it that made you want to connect with him?
I don't know. I just feel like it was, the principles that he lived by, the things that he embodied on his social media, and also, in his life. The things that were his profession were the things that I'm trying to develop and, become more grounded in my life. And I feel like, linking up with him would be worth a lot to my life and would pour over into, my career, my relationships, and just anything that I put myself into.
And as a professional athlete, mindset is very important, especially right now when things are different. The roar of the crowd isn't there. You played this season to an empty stadium. What was that like?
It was definitely a different experience. You had to bring your own juice, bring your own energy, because you couldn't rely on the buzz of the crowd and all the eyes and cameras on you to do that for you. It really caused you to dig deep and say, okay, how much do I really love this game, and how motivated am I to really go out there and do what I need to do? So it was, a season that was necessary in a way, even though it was unexpected and weird and strange, but it ended up, I think, teaching guys a lot of valuable lessons.
Sports is very physical. It is very mental as well. Donny, what will we be learning or hearing about in this podcast?
Well, Comeback Stories is all about, our mission is first to reach as many people as possible and to remind them that they have a comeback story. Everybody has a comeback story within them, especially now and especially this last year. A lot of people feel alone. So our mission is to really just create a community and share comeback stories. We know pain is part of the shared human experience, and it's actually what connects us all. Yeah. And so we want to share our stories. Episode 1 is Darren, episode 2 is myself, and then moving from there, we have a lot of really incredible guests that have pretty epic comeback stories that will inspire others and just remind them that they can get through this.
Incredible guests like
local Danica Patrick, Tyrann Matthew. He'll be episode 3. And he's playing on Sunday. He's our guy also. Gabby Bernstein, she's a very well-known author and motivational speaker.
Give me a golden nugget for today, a mantra to think about and marinate on, Darren.
Something that I always marinate on is a quote from Winston Churchill: success is moving from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And so, comeback story, you're going to hear all these people that are successful, how they may have fallen, how they faced adversity, and how they had to find ways to bounce back. And it relied on their attitude and how they approached starting something new. They didn't dwell on their past. They didn't dwell on how things were, but they were focused on the moment, how things are now, and how things could be in the future. So that's something that I like to dwell on.
I'm going to focus on the bounce back. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Yes, Comebackstories.com. You can get the podcast on Apple.
On Apple, it's right there. Subscribe.
Right there. Subscribe. The first one's out. They're working on 2 and 3 for you. Local yogi, a lot of you I know, has done yoga with Donny. He's been all over the valley. Olivia, have you?
Yes, I have, most definitely. And
yes, that was a yes.
And I'm subscribing to the podcast right now.